I knew you wouldn't have a straight.
Ian Fraser is in a very strong position.
Yeah. Raise.
Well, probably the next action is going to involve Juha Helppi. He is so
50,000
low as to be desperate, and he's moved in this first hand of the level. He's found an ace and pounded
All in
it.
50.
And if he gets not matched up against this Queen Jack, which he's likely to do, oh, Steve Platt's got an ace as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
There's going to be fireworks here. Oh,
Pass.
good fold, Steve.
Sensible
Good fold.
laydown. If Ian Fraser can get this Queen Jack through, Steve Platt will be head up, and there is an ace out. Juha Helppi all in, and basically he just wants to see nothing come on the board to help anyone.
That's right.
He is leading right now. This pot 115,000. This is the most significant pot Helppi has played.
We could be heads up here, Jesse. I do fancy the Jack Queen's chances. There you go. There's a queen on the flop now. He needs an ace, and Steve has already passed one of those.
Not looking good. Running diamonds, a possibility for Juha.
A Jack of Diamonds would be a great card.
The fin is flailing and flipping in the deep waters. Now, the ace no good. That would make a straight for Ian Fraser. It has to be a jack. Only 3 jacks in the deck. And that is all Helppi is down to. Help me, says Helppi.
Nope. We're down to heads up.
Juha Helppi, the early chip leader, out in third. Juha had the best of it when the money went in, but the flop told a different story. The lady, Ian's friend, and the pair of queens held up to take this one head up, and Ian Fraser in a strong position to seal the deal. Steve Platt has been playing out of his skin, but he's got a brick wall to get through. Named champion Ian Fraser, and the Londoner looks ready to pounce.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
This is what it's all about. 2 left, and those the stacks of the big man, Ian Fraser, who's brimming with confidence, considering what he's been through. And is Steve Platt on the way down? Or does he have what it's take to come over the top? How do you handicap this, Michael Greco?
Well, with Ian Fraser's experience and the fact that he's done so well in tournaments recently, you've got to make him a clear favourite, irrespective if he was a 2-to-1 chip leader. At the moment, he stands with 404,000, and Steve Platt's got 196,000, so he's a 2-to-1 chip leader, so he's going to be a formidable force. But all it takes is 1 double-3 for Steve, and it's switched around the other way.
Everything was going Steve Platt's way earlier, but Ian Fraser beat him in a huge hand, and Steve has not recovered. What is Steve Platt's game plan? What should it be right now? Does he want to play flops, or does he want to get the money in?
Get the money in.
Call.
The way he's been playing, just keep playing the way he is.
Raise.
Ian Fraser taking the view that it's time to pound, and no
35,000
wonder
more.
he's found the bullet. He's out of position, but he's got a much better hand, and Platt has laid it down.
I don't know if he's had much experience heads up, Steve, but I do know that he's got to change his game plan, I suppose, a bit, that he mustn't just keep calling all the time, because Ian Fraser's going to raise him quite a lot, I think. He mustn't just keep calling, because that's where he'll eke away a lot of his chips. He's got to be more aggressive and come over the top, and I'm sure we'll see that from him.
Ian Fraser has shown a lot of different aspects to his game. He's actually changed gears several times this evening. Early on, he was doing a lot of bluffing. Then he tightened up, and now that he's got the chips, remains to be seen what his object is here and how to beat Steve Platt. He hasn't really done so much raw swinging with Steve Platt The way he's gotten the chips from Steve is to wait for the good hands and then push the advantage.
That's what he did with his ace-queen, you know. I'd like to, when we talk to the two guys later on, I'd like to ask Steve what was going through his mind when he called with his ace-6, because he called it correctly, that he thought Ian, he was out-kicked, that Ian had ace-king, ace-queen. So I'd like to know what spurred him on to call it.
The bear from Swan Coat has shown an ability, actually, to do some raw bluffing. And two of his bluffs have been called by Ian Fraser. As a matter of fact, you wonder if Ian Fraser has a read on Steve. Free flop here, and they both hit a pair.
Check.
And Ian Fraser, he must be trapping here with the two queens.
Definitely. He's going to bet big this, Steve, and I think you'll see Ian coming over the top.
40,000.
Maybe an all-in.
Well, the big worry for Steve Platt is that the 6, his second pair, is no good. He's drawing dead to 2 5s right now.
He's in really, really bad shape. Yeah, he's stuck him all in.
All in.
He can't call this. He cannot call this. I think this time he'll get away from it.
Ian Fraser has announced all in the action on Platt for all the money. If he calls, he'll only have 2 cards in the deck to win with.
Cool.
He's called him!
All in.
I can't believe he's called him, Jesse.
Cards, please, Jesse.
Oh, he's going to see the cards. He's going to be in terrible shape.
The queen is bad. The 6 is worse. Steve Platt in a situation right now.
He's lit the dynamite. The fuse is just about to explode. Spontaneous combustion. Here we come.
There's a 5 of spades and a 5 of clubs in there. And the Midlands is on their toes.
Oh, it's all over.
Ian Fraser has ended this one with a very strong fashion. The river card is immaterial, and Ian will be going forward to the semis. Full house. Queens up.
Well, sir. You played well, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Did you call because I said I had 4 clubs?
Looking at that last hand again, Platt flopped the pair, but it was not enough. Ian Fraser flopped 1, turned 3, and a full house beating 2 pairs and ending this barn burner. Ian Fraser, congratulations. It wasn't easy. It seemed like Steve made you change your game plan halfway through.
Frightened the life out of me the way he was playing. I knew he was playing good stuff without seeing his cards. I tried to play my game, he kept stopping me in my tracks, so I just had to reel in and wait a bit, that's all.
Steve, defining moment, you called it, you know, with your ace 6 of clubs or ace 5 of clubs. You said, have you got ace king, ace queen, and yet you called him. What was going through your mind?
Well, I got a bit major chip lead at the time. I took a gamble, which really I shouldn't have. Perhaps the inexperience showing over, obviously, UK champion. Outdid me.
That was really the turning point in the game. And Ian, did it seem like for a while there that you were just handcuffed?
Yeah, exactly that. I wasn't getting good cards, to be fair, but every time I tried to do something, this guy was just coming over the top all the time.
Very aggressive.
So I just hoped that I'd get an hand and I'd get some chips back, and that was what happened. I was a bit lucky.
Well, congratulations. You're going forward to the semi-final. Ian Fraser, semi-final stages of this PartyPoker.com European Open. Join us next time when big names on tap again. Surinder Sunar, Roland DeWolf, and another tough Finn, the Hellraiser, Yanni Sointula. See you then.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com where the world plays poker.